Yalagay mi gente. In this video, I'm going to share with you the best workouts for the front lever, as it is a move in the calisthenics world that is very popular, that requires a lot of strength, control, and a lot of patience with your workouts throughout this journey. So I'm going to share with you just 5 workouts that I did and some tips going along with those workouts as well. And also, if you're not subscribed at this moment, make sure you subscribe and also hit the like button for this video, and also share this video on any platform whatsoever. Now, let's get into the video. First exercise is the pull-up. Now, the pull-up is an essential beginner exercise in the world of calisthenics. It requires strength, of course, to do it at first. So if you can't do a pull-up, I advise you get a resistance band or do strength training with weights before you get into this exercise, because it requires a lot of strength and controlling the bar. So with this move, a tip is you want to make sure you're controlled as much as possible. You're not swinging back and forth. Minimize the swing. Try to minimize that, because it is important to keep yourself strict as possible. This transitions well with the front lever, because in the front lever, you're in that static holding position and you're trying to hold it for as long as you can, right? With that being said, be strict as possible. Try to engage your core and squeeze your core tight when you're doing a pull-up. Also, if it's harder, instead of using resistance bands, you can also do neutral grip pull-ups. Neutral grip pull-ups is a way to minimize the tension and stress on your back if it's so hard to do. When you're doing a pull-up, you also want to focus on pulling the bar and not yourself. So what this is going to do is help you maintain proper scapular control while also optimizing the pulling mechanics for the front lever strength. And it basically just helps you engage your lats and back muscles versus overusing your arm muscles and overusing like biceps and stuff like that, right? So you want to focus on doing that, pulling the bar and not pulling yourself. It's really important. The next exercise that you can do to help with the front lever is the bodyweight row. So with the bodyweight row, you want to have your feet on the floor and have a straight bar, or you can have rings as well. And you want to pull and contract just like the pull-up as much as you can, while also keeping that tension on your upper back. Also, you want to engage your core to basically stabilize the straight position as much as possible. Or if you want to make it harder, you can also elevate your feet on a box, or probably elevate your feet on a bench or something, and try to be in that parallel position as you're parallel with the floor to basically mimic and get that feeling of how you're going to be when you're in the front lever. That is just going to help you with the feeling of being parallel in the front lever position. And keep your scapula retracted as much as possible, as this is important with the front lever, because you're not protracting, you're retracting your scapula. So make sure you do that as well with this exercise. So you literally want to pull as fast as possible, or if you want to, you can also do it slow, but you want to make sure you go down slow and nice and controlled. So get that full range of motion when you're doing this bodyweight row, and it's going to work out for you in the long run for the front lever. Trust me. Coming in at 3 in no particular order, we have the front lever negatives. The front lever negative is a game changer when applying it in the correct way. So what you want to do with this exercise is really focus on keeping your body straight as possible as always. And when you're getting in that front lever negative position, you want to start at the top and descend at a 3 to 5 second range. This is really going to help you maximize the activation in your core and lats, as this is really essential when you're doing the front lever. Now, another thing that I would like to point out is that bar hangs is essential in all these workouts that I'm explaining. So bar hangs just help with the grip strength and also help you in any position, because what you're literally going to be doing is hanging on a bar. So I say implement bar hangs in your routine, maybe at the beginning for a warm up, or maybe as a cool down at the end of your workout to really help with the grip strength. So with bar hangs, you want to hold it for at least 30 to 60 seconds, as this is really going to help you with the endurance part of the front lever when you're in that position. Because when I'm doing the front lever, I notice that my chest, my abs, my back is not giving up on me. So most of my upper body is not giving up on me. However, I noticed that my grip strength is going away. So this is really going to help combat that. Another essential workout is the band assisted front lever. With this workout, you want to get a resistance band. It doesn't matter the resistance, as everybody has a certain starting point when they're first doing this exercise. You want to get that and put it at the lower part of your back, normally like at the waist area, but not so much at the waist. And try to use this resistance band to hold yourself in that front lever position for as long as you can. Don't try to focus on the time as much as you start, but try to do it for at least 3 to 5 sets, as this is a really crucial step in the front lever progress. Also, if this exercise gets easier, you can lessen the resistance. So what that means is getting more resistance bands that are less resistance and working your way to the front lever hold without resistance bands. Also, with this exercise, you want to do it to the best ability that you can, because you have assistance. You have to think about it. When you got assistance with something, you want to do it the best to your ability, because you have some type of leverage on your body that's helping you get through the exercise. So with that being said, don't try to bullshit and go around this workout at all. Try to do it to the best of your ability and be strict as possible. Try to keep your back straight as possible. So that means, so if you feel like a resistance band is too strenuous to use and it feels almost hard to do, don't start with that. Start with the easiest one possible, because you want to do this strict as possible in the right, correct way all throughout. Simple as that. So this last exercise is kind of the opposite of the previous exercise. This last exercise is just holding your best progression for as long as you can for 3 to 5 sets. With this exercise, you want to make sure that you're holding your best position for as long as you can. You can do a tuck lever, you can do advanced tuck, you can do a regular front lever. I don't know where you're at. You can do a straddle, you can do a half leg, you can do one leg out with a tuck. It's whatever progression that you're on right now, but try to hold that for as long as you can. And you don't want to focus on so much strictness. However, I don't mean just like get on a bar and just like bullshit the whole exercise again, and so you don't have assistance at all, but you want to hold it for as long as you can. This is crucial at building that actual strength, and you always want to focus on keeping your back flat and keeping your whole body engaged and tight together. And it doesn't matter where you start from necessarily, because it's going to help you all throughout when trying to achieve that front lever. And you're just literally taking many steps to your progression that you want to achieve. And some tips with the front lever: you don't always want to just focus on the front lever. You probably want to be like, oh, I want to get a tuck lever for this amount of time, I want to get a advanced tuck for this amount of time. Those are all the workouts that I'm going to explain. There are a bunch of workouts that you can do. I know a lot in my mind right now, but I just wanted to share 5 workouts that I thought were the best workouts for me to learn the front lever. And I really hope that everybody who's watching this video who's working on calisthenics get their goals that they want to get this year with calisthenics or any skill whatsoever in the gym industry, and try to keep pushing with your workouts. Try to just stay hard and stay at it, you know what I'm saying? But don't stop. But those are all the workouts I wanted to share today. So I started with the pull-up, as this is a really important exercise for the front lever, and then bodyweight rows. This is really another important exercise again, and really helps you get an idea of how it's going to be when you're in that parallel position of the front lever. Also front lever negatives, as it is important to really have a negative exercise in your routine, and you want to focus on descending at a 3 to 5 second duration. Bar hangs is important because it really helps you stretch your body out, which I didn't mention before, and it also helps, of course, with the grip strength, obviously. And then we have resistance band training. So resistance band training gives you an idea of what you need to be working on, and with resistance band training, you want to always make sure you're doing it strict as possible and doing it to the best of your ability, because you have some type of assistance on your body. And lastly, I just explained holding your best progression for as long as you can and for as long as possible, as this is a way to help you progress and keep taking them steps to the front lever. And also with holding your best progression, you want to sometimes focus on achieving some type of goal throughout that progression, or working way up to another progression. Don't try to be like, oh, tuck lever and then front lever. Be like tuck lever, advanced tuck, half leg, straddle front lever, and then front lever.